Hello folks, welcome back to Let's Play Ripper, the 1996 full motion video point and click adventure game from Take-Two Interactive, with content warnings for things such as violence, gore, descriptions of murder, a character in a coma, sex references, swearing. Any and all of these things might be included in this episode as they have been within the contents of the game thus far. This is our auspicious 13th episode, so I'm hoping to wrap the whole thing up in the next half an hour or so. The end of last episode, if you joined me then, I had successfully bugged two officers in kind of a very specific set of circumstances in each case, and kind of stumbled backwards into that. And I was quite happy to have met the achievement, but I still have no idea of when to retrieve the bugs, if I need to, or how to recover the data that they might have recorded. So yeah, that's still to be seen. But I did notice something that should teach me a lesson for this game. It's always check the end of your locations list in the world map. Because, having visited Dr. Burton's office last episode and seen that she had an inscribed copy of a book from a professor at the university, we can now visit... Oh, sorry, I have to click here. The university, which also suggests we might get another acted role that we get to see, which would be rather fun. So this episode is going to start us at the university. Oh, okay. You know what? I was expecting something a bit more glass and metal atrium kind of thing, to be honest. Not a dingy back corridor. I assume if I go right, that's to me turning around to the door to go out of this corridor. Wow, this is very dark, isn't it? I have to lighten this up for YouTube. That is aesthetically and emotionally. Right, well, let's proceed down this corridor in a swooping motion. Right, so I think it wants us to look at this doorway here. Are we going to be able to read that any better? Oh, that's Beck/Besh. So that is the professor that had inscribed the book they had written for Dr. Byrne. I'm not sure what we're really hoping to discover here. I'm wondering if we can get down this corridor that goes to this side. Looks like we can. Okay. Well, maybe we should check out what that is first. Oh, hello. What the dickens is this? Right, can I interact with this? Is it like some kind of virtual whiteboard? It does look rather like one. So, I mean, this suggests I can probably use, based on recent experience, an item with this. Can I use an eyeball with this? I cannot use this object here. Can I use a data disk with this? I cannot use this. Can I use a scan card with this? No. Okay. Maybe there's something else to be done there then. How do I get out of here? I can't go... Right, I have to go left. That's fine. It's quite a long waiting area. Maybe the professor sees a lot of students. Oh, maybe I can't get to the door at the other end? Maybe the door at the other end is not... relevant to our investigations. Only this, whatever this board is, that we can't seem to interact with in a meaningful way. And no, yeah, no. Yeah, so it redirects us. So I don't know what that's about. So let's go talk to the prof. What is on the wall here? Poster that says block and has, I don't know, some shapes on it. Alright, let's see if the professor's in.
I expect you in my office tomorrow with your work completed, Mr. Wendell. Good day, Mr. Wendell.
Yes. Excuse me, Professor Beck. I'm a reporter for the Virtual Herald. You have a few minutes?
That's how many I have exactly, a few. What can I do for you?
That's a joke, because A few is not a specific number. Ask if she remembers a student named Claire Burton. Oh, so do we think Dr. Burton was actually a student of hers rather than just kind of an interested fellow academic?
Do you remember a student of yours named Claire Burton?
The only student I ever encouraged to leave school. Why do you ask?
You advised a student to leave school?
Frankly, this place had nothing to offer her. It was my feeling that it could have even restricted her development. But I repeat, why do you ask?
Well, she's taking care of a friend of mine. And some of her colleagues think that her treatment is a bit unorthodox.
I have no doubt it is. She wouldn't look at things the way most surgeons do. It's what makes her so creative, so innovative.
She seems a bit weird about it.
Oh, she's quirky, all right. I certainly remember that about her. Some very unusual predilections indeed, but that's often a mark of genius. Unless Claire has changed drastically in the years since I've seen her, you have no need for concern.
Well, thanks.
Ask if Joey Falconetti was one of her students. Interesting.
Was a man named Joey Falconetti a student of yours?
No, but I remember him well. He was an astonishing cyber surfer, but he was more interested in pretty assistance than in any genuine original thought.
Did he have a, affiliation with Claire Burton?
By affiliation, I assume you mean did she have an affair with him? I couldn't say. She may well have found his air of danger sexually appealing, and she was certainly aggressive intellectually. I'm sure she went after him to challenge his skills, see if she could prove herself superior. Who knows? The Web Runners may even have been her idea.
The what?
The Web Runners. It was a gaming club of some sort. It was cutting edge. Claire and Falconetti were among the founding members. In fact, when she left school, Claire seemed to do little else. She virtually disappeared.
Does this club still exist? I mean, where can I find them?
Oh, they're like children with a secret clubhouse. All I know is that they post notice of their meetings on the bulletin board out in the hallway. They usually encode the information, however, hiding it amongst the flyers and announcements posted there. Something about arranging those flyers in the proper order will form a sentence revealing where and when the runners plan to meet.
Seems highly unlikely and much too like an adventure game puzzle to me. Ask if she knows Magnotta.
Do you know anything about a policeman named Vince Magnotta?
Claire used to mention him. Apparently he had quite a temper.
I think he still does. Okay. Should we see what the go away dialogue is?
I'm sorry. I've told you everything I know about Claire Burton. You're taking time that belongs to my current students.
The time belongs only to you, my dear professor. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Well, now we know what the thing is in the corridor. It's a bulletin board. And I'm hoping that when we go and look at it now, it's going to have a load of annoyingly cryptic flyers on it that we have to arrange in the right order. You know what? As blatant as that was, I do appreciate the game actually giving some exposition as to what the intention of the puzzle is. Now I can interact with it. Bit cheeky,
So
like
the
it
location
before.
of the Web Runner's loft is hidden somewhere on this board.
Great. Can I look at these any closer? Because at the moment, they're illegible. Attention runners! Founders Day 5K. Commemorate NYU Founders Day by a run through the Warrens, tofu burgers, high protein shakes, Vita juices and mace bombs provided for all entrants. Oh, there should have been a full stop there. Shirts for first 50 entrants. So, okay, well let's read them through and then see if we can make any sense of how we get information out of this. This is Dragnet Film Festival starring Jack Webb, Harry Morgan, Puckett Hall. Is Puckett Hall the location or another actor? 6:30 Saturday. Tickets $6. Seems very reasonable. Eros Film Series, Festival number 4. Is Eros? Is there an Eros symbol in cyberspace? I'm forgetting. Right, this is inconceivable, outrageous, big time performance theatre on Gramercy Street all this month. GameCon 2040, Gamers Confluence, huge convention, RPGs, flight sims, and network multisms. Oh, multi-sims! Don't miss it. For info, email astro86. That's not how emails work. You need a domain as well. Oh, never mind. Clearing up for 2041, yearbook staff. Due to brawling between the advertising and layout staffs, the staff of the NYUR will be meeting at the new address at 14 Smudge. So why on a digital notice board do these all look and read like badly photocopied pieces of paper stuck up on a physical bulletin board? Why have they gone to that effort of recreation? I don't understand. Learn, grow, make a difference. Be a Vista volunteer. Help to rebuild the Warrens. Provide an alternative to gang life. Earn money for college. Pad your resume with worthwhile humanitarian effort. That seems very cynically written, I must say. Kega, Zoo House, Saturday. Beer. New Tropics on demand. Vaso Prison, take home some memories. Girls, boys, girls and boys. Oh, I think that means like girls and boys separately in a list can become girls and boys, indicating some form of hookup, heterosexual hookup. I don't know. For rent, a former warehouse converted to a loft apartment. Call 718-777-555-555-555. Ask for Paco. Serial 42. Jealous of how professional your classmates' papers look? I will holo record your term papers. $30 per megabyte. Fast turnaround. Professional results. Call Laura Whitty. 212-555-1167. So, what am I to make of this? What am I to make of this? So I can't physically rearrange the... I can physically rearrange these. Oh. But, so, like, does that fit? Oh, you can just fit that there, okay. Well, I've hidden it out. Okay, so I guess there's a question of like how it knows what order I'm putting these in. Like what qualifies as an order. So there are a lot of numbers in these. This does not have. You know what? Let's make some piles, shall we? Can I click and drag this viewing window? No. Okay, so this has numbers. Has a phone number and a serial number. This has a phone number and a dollar amount. The Kegger one has no numbers, I don't think. This does the Vista Volunteer one. It does mention the Warrens, which corresponds to another one. This has the number 14, and obviously the year 2041. This has a year. It has an email address which just has some numbers in it. The Dragnet Festival one. There's Festival number 4. Ticket $6. 6:30 Saturday. Should we hang on? Let's look at this one. There's first 50 entrants. Founders Day 5k would be 5,000. Maybe we just need to take the initial 5. I don't know. So I guess like you could assemble these in some kind of numerical order, apart from the ones that have no numeric values in them. What does our F1 hint tell us? Left click on a flyer to project it onto the large screen to the right of the interface. This will allow you to read the copy on the selected flyer. As long as you hold down the left mouse button, you'll be able to drag the selected flyer to anywhere on the bulletin board. Release the mouse to drop the selected flyer. If you drop a flyer behind the projection screen, it will be moved automatically to the outer edge so that you may retrieve it. Click on another flyer to project its image on the view screen. Press the escape key or click on the dagger icon that points toward you to exit the bulletin board interface. Okay. Thanks. Oh no, how do I get out of this? Oh no, escape isn't working. Help. Health escape isn't working. It just goes to the top of the... Ah. Oh no. Can I click? Oh no. Oh no, we're trapped forever. Ah. Okay, so that seems to be a bug. So I will try not to do that again. I just had to speed run back to where we were. Days of the week. Let's make some separate areas. So let's make a numbers area. That's numbers. This has numbers. This has a day of the week. This has none of those things. It has some images, which is nice. This has a number. This is a number. Let's put images over here. Number. Did I? Yeah, number. This has an email address. That's kind of different as well, isn't it? This has a number, I guess. Number 4. Plus a dollar amount. This has a number. There's a couple of numbers. So most of them are sort of have some numerical values. All this. So I mean, I could do it by like temporality, because that's just one day, Saturday. This is all this month. This is an ongoing thing. This is I assume a one-off run, so that would be, I mean, time-wise, I don't know what day it would be, so that would be same as that. That's just a one-day thing. That's a one-day film festival. And you can overlap them, can't you? I don't know if that's any... Don't really have a lot to go on here, I don't think. Like, as in what I'm looking for. This has got a person's name on it, which... And I guess that has a person's name on it? That has a person's name on it? That has multiple people's names on it. Possibly a person or a place. This doesn't. This doesn't. This doesn't. This doesn't, but it has place. This doesn't. Most of them don't have people's names on. Phone numbers. Phone numbers. There's lots of 5s in the phone numbers. Only 2 phone numbers. So they all need to go in an order that will unlock the secret. Apparently if I hide it here it will appear on the edge. Oh, it does! Nice. Oh. It just puts it back where you claim you dragged it from. So, actually what can we fit along the bottom? Because it's interesting there's a little strip along the bottom, isn't it? I like that, I think for the first time we're getting like a click and drag interface in the game. That is perhaps a bit more intuitive interactivity than I kind of expected from one of these puzzles. You can't get all of them in a row, is what I've learned. Oh, we can't access our toolbar from this point. I'm just kind of fumbling around in the dark here. So, is there anything they all have in common? Do they all have a header? I mean, they all begin with a letter. Is it all got writing on? So yeah, we've got a D. Let's put an alphabetical on. We've got a D. We've got a J. DJ. We've got a K. So that'll come after J. We've got a G. So that'll come after D. We've got an this one, yeah, L. So that'll come. Okay, so J, K, L are a sequence, aren't they? There's those are all consecutive letters of the alphabet. For rent, yeah. So we've got D, F, and G go together. Attention would be the first one, and then inconceivable. Yes, I mean I'm probably stumbling over something here, but let's go A, D, F, G, I, J, K, L. Release. How many lines they have? Although it might be open to interpretation, like just of how professional your classmates' papers look. It's spaced out on 2 lines, but it's one sentence, I suppose. Some of these aren't like actually sentences, so I don't know if we can go on that basis. In terms of well, let's try the numbers. Let's try the numbers. So Kega Zoo House, Saturday Beer, New Tropics, On Demand, That's a Present, Take Home Some Memories. I mean, they're in different colours. I don't know if that has any relevance to what we're looking at. We'll try the numbers in order of numbers. Let's say I'm going to assume 50 is the one we want out of this one rather than 5k. So I'm going to say put that here. 14 will be before 50. This is festival number 4, so that goes first. This is Paco Cereal is 42, so that will be before 50. And then here we don't really have a comparable. We have a dollar amount and a phone number, so we have a comparable kind of value there. This has 86 in it, I suppose. Kega nothing. Vista nothing. So, is there like a key word in each one? Be hard to know, wouldn't it? Should we have a look on the jolly old internet? By which I mean go into cyberspace within the game. I might at some point go on the jolly old internet to have a look for a hint for this particular part of the game. Oh, fun. Okay, so we do specifically have to come back here at some point. It'd be lovely if we could just deck in from the toolbar, actually. That would be a little quality of life improvement for the game, wouldn't it? But let's head back to the newsroom. We need to find out about these web runners. Might amusingly have starved themselves after spiders, mightn't they?
Virtual Dynamics Operating System. Exit cyberspace.
You know what? I'm glad that. Oh, yeah. Let's see if anything occurs to us, and then I'll speak. Birmingham Incorporated. That was, yeah, we know who that was. There's the pirate one. I don't think that's relevant. That's Catherine's. That's the library that we can no longer go to. There's a spider there, so that could be relevant. There's an apple. There's Ramesses. There's Virtual Herald. We'll pause there. I'm glad that at the moment things are sort of moving along and we've got some leads to follow. But it does seem the investigation and gameplay do seem to be disappointingly linear at the moment. As in, you have to do one specific thing to unlock the next step in that chain, rather than having several areas of investigation like we did before, which gave us a bit of leeway. No, nothing. So nothing is
Exit cyberspace.
striking us here, is it? Okay. Right. Well, I'll go back to the board. I think we'll finish out the episode there. I may need to do some fiddling around with it, and possibly some extra research between episodes to see what we can achieve, because I'm still not really sure what I'm looking for to determine in what order these things should go. It's not even as if there's a strict spaces for them to go, because they could just kind of go. What if they're just all on top of each other? Because that's possible, right? So you've got a relatively high amount of freedom in terms of the space that you can put them in. So this one's a run through the Warrens. Maybe we need to pair up certain ones. This one's the Warrens. There's another one that's about the Warrens. Formal warehouse. Vista. Windows Vista. Vista Windows. Yeah, this is blurred out, which is interesting. Kigger at Zoo House. That's a specific location. Oh, this is Puckett Hall, which could be a specific location. Or it could be, could be a 1950s American actor. You never know. I'm coming up empty at the moment, really. So Warrens, where was the other Warrens one? There was one about the Warrens, wasn't there? It was this one. Okay, yeah. Alright, so let's pop those two together, stack them up. They're both about the Warrens. This one, Puckett Hall. This one is at a specific location, but that's obscured. This one is at Zoo House. This one is not, because that's just a service. This is a loft apartment converted from a warehouse. We've got a number, but no. Maybe we stack the ones with. That's Gramercy Street. Stack the ones with phone numbers. This one and this one. Okay, I'll stack those. They have phone numbers. And then I'll stack. What have we got? We've got a location but no other contact details. We've got a location with no other contact details. We've got a location with no other contact details. We've got, I guess, the location but with other contact details. I don't know. Let's randomly pop those together. No. Other way around? Like that? This way around? Yeah? No? You know what? So what's standing out to me is that in this one, there's a kind of a very limited amount of information, really. And number 14 is all that remains, although the rest of the address is obscure. That stands out to me. So maybe that number is valuable. If we were to do it by title, what would we call title? So it's Attention Runners. It's probably the title of that one. Yearbook Staff, I might say, is the title of that one. Maybe that has underlining, this has underlining, this has underlining, but I'd say Keg is the title of that one. Dragnet Film Festival is probably the title of that one. Vista Volunteer might be the title of that one. I don't know about this one. For Rent is the title of that one. And then Inconceivable Outrageous Big Time Performance Theatre, Gramercy Street. This month, GameCon 2040, Gamers Conference. So they are a collective of gamers. So is this one more useful than the rest? Anything in the database? How's the electronic journal doing? No, that's fine. Can't do anything with the Jack the Ripper book. Darren, look at the circuit manual again. Or the coffee mug. West 14th Street, that's not really relevant to what we're talking about. Wofford Cottage seems a distant and fond memory. I do kind of wish I was back in that house of ridiculous puzzles, being menaced by a short man with a broom. But it's not happening, is it? Thinking e-memo to road, so that never led anywhere, did it? Interesting. And we haven't found what's up with. It did seem like it was an urgent thing for us to find Farley, but there aren't any leads as to that. That's my notebook that I stopped using quite a while ago in favour of paper notes. Right. What difficulty setting have I left things on? Easy puzzles. Easy combat. I think that's my comfort zone actually, so I'm happy with that. Hang on, let's have a look at the hotkeys a sec, because that might solve my Alt Q. Okay, maybe that'll help me get out of some jams. Exit. Oh, is these for the? Oh, right. So that should be F1, right? The help one. Alt O. I don't know. Oh well. Might have another option then if things do get a bit buggy later on. You know what? Well, I'm going to end the episode here, but let's have a little scroll through these for the end credits. Thank you for joining me. I'm in a thoughtful mood, and I'll see you next time. Well, hopefully we'll be able to solve this and move forward with the investigation. Until then, take care. Bye bye.